here? This is where Cortana...
Sacrificed herself.
The Silent Auditorium. Forerunner, obviously. It appears to be... Oh no.
Final boss time. So this is what I consider a lazy boss fight because they make us fight a bunch of waves of regular enemies instead of the boss herself, and we very briefly actually fight the boss herself. So unfortunately we do have to kill a lot of these normal enemies before we can do any damage to the boss at all, and in my experience this was all done on one checkpoint. So you do want to come in here possibly with a precision weapon like the battle rifle or the commando like that grunt dropped. You definitely want to come in here with a sentinel beam because they are everywhere. There's ammo for them all over the place, and it's just going to make your life a lot easier against the shielded enemies. Of course, the precision weapons are only useful if you can actually hit your targets, and you're going to see that stupid jackal for some reason just was evading death. I could not hit it. I have no idea why I couldn't aim there. Finally got it. I have no idea why that happened. But anyway, do not be too aggressive here. We're going to stick near the edges, and we're going to run away and just let our shields regenerate. It usually pays to be patient. You're going to have these brutes with shields, and that's what the sentinel beam is really good at dealing with. It will melt the shields off of them like they are nothing, and then we're just going to use the precision weapon to kill the brutes really quickly. Once all the enemies in this first wave are dead, then the boss herself will spawn, and we're also going to use the sentinel beam for that. So once she spawns there, we gotta wait for that shield to go down, then we can start damaging her, and even from this distance, that sentinel beam just does a lot of damage to her shields. And the fight for her is basically taking her shields down because she doesn't have a whole lot of health. She will warp to you. If that happens, you really want to run away because she will kneel you. And she'll also spawn some orbs that will hone in on your last position, and you need to keep moving. So there's one of those orbs, and I was near it, and it still took out all my shields. And if she were to hit me with another one or melee me right now, I would be dead. So if you see one of those orbs, immediately run away and keep moving until she stops doing it, and just kind of try to be a little on top of where she is and try to pay attention to make sure that you can get some hits in. Once her shields are down, which doesn't take too long with sentinel beam, her health just melts, and then you've completed phase 1. You should get a checkpoint, and more enemies are going to spawn because, like I said, I think it's a lazy boss fight, and we pretty much have to repeat it. So we're going to use the precision weapon to kill some of the enemies that come out of that doorway. And the doorway that they spawn in, I'm pretty sure depends on your position more than anything else, because if you're really close to a door, they're not going to spawn in that one that you're closest to. They tend to spawn in the ones that are further away. If you die here 100 times like I did, then you kind of get a feel for it, and you can camp one of the doorways, and if you leave the doorway open, it's not a bad place to hide. There's also all these explosive boxes all over the arena. I think they'll probably be a little bit more useful for you on easier difficulties. I didn't really find them super useful here on Legendary. And once all those enemies are dead, again, she's going to spawn and start warping around. Again, we're not going to be super aggressive. We are going to wait and let her come to us. And we're not going to try to take out all of her shields at once. We'll just do what damage we can, run away, let the shields regenerate. I'm shocked I'm not dead yet, really. And when you are damaging her, you can stun her, but there seems to be a limit to how many times you can do that. So you might get one stun on her, but you're not going to be able to keep stunning her forever. That orb, you need to get away immediately, and keep blasting her with a sentinel beam until the shields go down. Quick reload, and there we go. Health melts away. Now we're ready for the third phase. This is probably the worst because we have to deal with a horrific enemy. There's going to be a brute with shields and a ton of armor and a gravity hammer. And he's basically a normal boss that we fought in the main game 100 times by now, but now he's a normal enemy, so we just have to deal with him that way. The sentinel beam isn't super useful, and I waited, as you saw, for this door to open up. I was a little further away from it. But when I said sentinel beam isn't useful, I meant the commando. Anyway, I waited for that door to open, and I immediately killed those enemies in there because they were the skimmers or whatever they're called, and then the elite, which I just don't want to deal with. And then it's kind of a matter of dealing with all the other enemies while running away from this guy with the hammer. He doesn't spawn right away, but I'm pretty sure he spawned now. And you really want to keep an eye on him. You still have to kill the other enemies while not dying to the hammer guy. And the best way I found of dealing with this was just keeping to the edge and running away. Do not let him get near you. He will jump at you. If you kind of saw on the radar there, he jumped at me. And I'm going to try to take his shields down with this shock rifle, but I really am not a big fan of the shock rifle. And I also took out most of the elites. I think there might be a grunt or two left alive. I'm not totally sure. Just use the grapple, stay away from him, get far, far away before you start damaging him again. And if you do this long enough, you'll probably get a checkpoint. At least that's what happened with me. And you still have to keep damaging this guy because he has shields. They will regenerate, and he'll make a huge leap like that. I thought I could kill him with the Needler, and I think the Needler's still a good option, but see that huge leap he made? I mean, this guy will kill you really easily. I'm a little bit surprised I didn't die there. But pretty soon, all this running that I'm doing, I'm actually going to get down on the ground, and I do get a checkpoint. So I'm running out of ammo, and I don't really want to waste my Sentinel ammo on him, even though there's more than enough of that to go around, so I probably should have just kept Sentinel beaming him, and he's still charging at me. And I think this game just gives you pity after a certain amount of time, because as I'm running over here, we're going to see soon, I do get a checkpoint, and that's kind of annoying because I have to kill him immediately. As you see, stuck him, there we go, blow him up with Sentinel Beam, and now the boss is going to spawn because he was the last enemy. So we're going to get as much ammo as we can and deal with the final phase of the boss. I think there was a grunt or something over there, had to kill him too. And we can shoot the boss through the shield, so the boss is going to spawn, and now the tricky part's going to be keeping my ammo loaded up without dying. And then she's going to just do the same attacks, charging at me, sending those orbs at me, and if your shields are low, just keep moving, do not sit still, and try not to be a little cheeky like I'm being right here, but I think I'm okay. So there she goes down, and that is it.
You have what you need. Tell them. I am sorry it took so long.
Who's she talking to?
Unknown. The signal's old? Like, really old.
My time is ended. Yours too. They will make sure.
We need extraction.
Of course you do. On my way.
The Endless will return.
I couldn't decrypt it in time.
It's okay. You'll figure something out.
Of course I will. They'll pair you with another AI. Maybe even another Cortana model if Halsey lets them. It won't be me. But you know that, right? But that doesn't matter. It's just another echo. She's right, John. Just another echo. Sorry, I'm messing with you. I just had a feeling that's what she would say. Do you see what I see? So much potential. I'm sorry. I didn't have long to plan this. A few milliseconds, really. I hope it worked out. Look at us. We just keep saying goodbye, don't we? But this isn't an end. It's a chance to make amends, to rectify mistakes. And it starts here. I was wrong. I thought that I could do this on my own. But I forgot that the whole point of all of this, the entire reason that I chose you in the first place, was that we were supposed to be a team. Perfectly suited, perfectly matched, perfect. In these final moments, I know what my last mission is. I need to make sure you two learn from my mistakes. Become stronger because of them. I chose well, Master Chief. I really did. Now, it's up to you. Are you all right? don't know what to say. Scratch that. We need to get out of here. Like now.
Options?
I'm thinking. Yes, I know. Think faster. Maybe there's a way to...
Was that you?
Would it help if I said yes?
Probably.
But we don't know where it's going, or even if it's going anywhere.
Any other suggestions?
No, but this is a really bad idea!
Let's not do that again.
I did try to tell you it was a bad idea.
Chief! Your beacon just appeared out of nowhere. Oh, I thought I lost you. Where did you go?
Echo 216.
Stay put. I'm coming to you.
Where are we?
Chief, I think the better question is when are we? I don't know how, but we've been gone for days. 3 days, to be precise.
This ring is different than the others.
The Banished and the Harbinger were looking for something that was never found. Why would the Forerunners hide something and throw away the key? Doesn't that scare you?
No. You?
Of course not.
Is anyone going to ask me what I think? I guess not. Get inside, big guy. Sorry. I'm really happy to see you. Really happy. So, what do we do now?
We finished the fight.
Yes, sir. The Banished still control the rest of the ring.
Wait. I know this is weird, given all that's happened, but
What? What is it?
we still don't know your name. We can't keep calling you Echo 216.
No, you can't. Esparza. Fernando Esparza.
It's nice to meet you, Esparza. Fernando Esparza.
Good work, soldier.
And what about you?
What about me?
What do I call you?
Any ideas?
Well... do you think it would be okay? You're sure?
You get to choose your name.
Then I think I might have the perfect one.
All right. Here we go. Get ready.
Are the vessels prepared?
The Silexes are ready, as is the auditorium. Grand Edict, this is most unprecedented.
The Endless must be contained. I will inform the Criterion to proceed.
They believe we are here to help.
It matters not. Today we do what it takes to maintain order, to preserve our truth. Time will forget they ever existed.
Time is not a construct we can control.
And we cannot allow it to be theirs. If Halo cannot end them, it must imprison them. When it is done, the engineers will be busy. We will learn their secrets.
I fear I cannot do this alone.
You shall not be alone. The Criterion has given the order. Offensive bias has been deployed.